happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Who is this guy?
He's a local boy.
His name is Todd.
He's a talker.
You know, like on the radio?
I mean, for entertainment.
Yeah, that's one word for it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I'm William Shatner. I've done a lot of things in my career, but this takes the cake. This is so cool. You, Todd, today, it's all about you. This is phenomenal. You made parole.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on YouTube, Facebook, and the TikTok. Tonight on the show, the Montgomery County, and I love this. They posted this themselves. Montgomery County. We have one of the most ugly buildings in the United States. There was a survey, decisions were made, conversations were had, and the decision was in. And Montgomery County is owning it, which I love, which we'll get to. We also have car into a building update. We've got idiots with guns, a couple of, really, there's 3 stories. Quality idiots with guns we'll get to. And so much more. Oh, Will, the intern's here tonight, and he has a top 10 list. But first, we have to get to this story. He's a Dayton, Ohio man.
Chaos is his plan. Breaking all the laws, on the run from dusk to dawn.
So a couple of weeks ago, I finally talked about the fact that there were people throwing adult sex toys out onto basketball courts at WNBA games. This was a trend that began. I don't remember where it began. Was it Indiana? Was it in Indiana or someplace? And people were throwing adult toys out onto the basketball court. Well, I saw 3 or 4 of these stories, or a couple of these stories, and I thought, I'm not going to touch that. I'm not going to touch it. I want to try to be careful. But then finally, it just it sort of hit that mass appeal kind of thing where you couldn't escape it. It was all over the place. So I got to talk about it. Well, lo and behold, and I'm sure if you've heard the newscasts today with Ron Otto, that there was a guy that was arrested for throwing one of these items in New York. I guess it was a New York Liberty game, and this guy was in the seats, and he pulled an adult sex toy out of his pants and gave it a fling towards the court, and he missed. He missed. He didn't make it to the court, and apparently he hit a 12-year-old. I don't know if the kid got hit in the head or in the back or in the arm or wherever this kid got hit. I actually saw a video of it, and it doesn't show the child being hit, but you see the toy on the ground in the crowd and security rushing to remove it. And somebody in the video says, "Hey, did you get hit?" And the girl starts kind of giggling. And of course, she's freaked out because, this thing is on the ground right in front of her. But the cops there, security, they reviewed surveillance video, and they discovered the guy who did it, and they identified him. And it turns out his name is Charles Burgess. He's 32, and this, according to AP, is from right here in the Miami Valley. Excellent. Wow is all I can say. He was arrested on Wednesday, charged with 2 counts of assault. The lawyer for Mr. Burgess says his client has pleaded not guilty and voluntarily surrendered to New York authorities. Says he's an auto body shop owner and has 6 kids. Wow. You know, when you are a business owner or somebody who's sort of in the public eye, you really have to be super careful. Or if you have a position of some influence, like you're a CEO or an officer in some sort of major corporation, you got to be on guard all the time. You can't be pulling sex toys out of your pants, at least not in public. Leave that to the bedroom. His lawyer has promised a vigorous fight against these embellished and exaggerated charges. Well, he was caught on surveillance doing this. You can see it, according to court documents. He pulls it right from his pants, throws it towards the court. And again, as I said, he missed. His lawyer, however, says that the video does not show anyone being hit by the object. But here's the thing. If you are, let's say, in row 100, and you pull one of these gadgets out of your pants, and you throw it towards the court, and you don't make it to the court, you're going to hit somebody. The chances are very, very high that you're going to hit somebody. You know, because again, these things, they do bounce. And even if it hit one of the like walk areas, it's going to bounce, and it's going to bounce into somebody, or it's going to slide into somebody. And while you and I might think, well, is this really assault? Especially if the kid was laughing after the fact, it's still assault. It's still assault. And when they can catch somebody doing this, because it's been such a trend, the NBA or WNBA, they're going to put the nails to this guy. They're going to hold him up as an example. This has happened several times at NBA games throughout the month. And in some cases, the objects have reached the court and caused delays. But this guy, he didn't make it. He didn't. I mean, he threw it, but he didn't make it to the court. And so way to go, Dayton, Ohio man, making national news as being the sex toy tosser at the New York Liberty game. 937-457-1290. So here's this story about the list of ugliest public buildings in the U.S. So there was a survey done, 3,000, just over 3,000 adults throughout the United States. And I don't know if this was, if the pictures were, gathered by AI or whatever, but these are legitimate photos. They put all these ugly old buildings online, and people voted on which buildings they thought were the ugliest. So they've come up with this list, and there's 100 of them. Now, number one is the City of Flint Municipal Center. Now, I know this is radio and you can't see these pictures, but there is a story of this on WHIO.com. Almost every building on this list, with a few exceptions, are all municipal buildings or government buildings of some sort. The 13th most ugliest building in America, according to this survey, is the Montgomery County Administration Building, right downtown. And I have to tell you, I couldn't agree more. I've always thought that building looks so bland and plain and boring. But when it was built, I think that was probably the style. And I don't know why, but it was. Because again, a lot of these other buildings on the list were built around the same time. And they weren't built for looks. They weren't built for, they weren't built to look like Roman, buildings and cathedrals and that kind of thing. They were built to be utilitarian, very, very bland and boring. And I would agree 100%. But I love the fact, and this was brought to my attention by my wife, Mary. She was scrolling through last night on social media, and she saw this pop up. And actually, the city or the county of Montgomery County's Facebook page, I think it was on Facebook. It was on one of the social media channels that they run. They posted pictures of it, a link to the story about ugly buildings, and just kind of leaned right into it. And I loved that. But yeah, if you look at the list of ugly buildings, it's like the Accra Municipal Court, the Atlantic City Municipal Court, the Bentonville Public Works Maintenance Facility, the Boston Government Center Complex, the Modesto City Hall. I mean, they're all just government buildings that were probably erected as quickly and as cheaply as possible, which on the one hand, as a taxpayer, you don't want a lot of frivolous spending on this, right? I get that 100%. But now we're left looking at ugly buildings throughout the country. And lo and behold, one of them right here in Dayton.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
All right. Sorry, I was trying to find out why the that crazy link for the story about the guy and the sex toy isn't working on my Facebook page. Very weird. Weird.
It's with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening@Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
You like football?
You guys ready for the big game?
Friday night. He's getting psyched up for a big game.
Let's really try to win this one, hey boys? Everywhere I turn, football. I like football.
Let's talk football.
Well, tomorrow night is going to be a very special night here on WHIO in the Evening Edge. We kick off our second season of high school football coverage. And this year we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing Todd's tailgate party actually out at the football game. Last year we kicked it off at 6:30 every Friday night, and I was sitting here comfortably in the studio, alone, sheltered from the world. And we decided this year we're going to do something a little different. They're going to throw me into the wild. So starting tomorrow night, just after 5:00, it's Todd's tailgate party. I'll be joined at the WHIO tent. By the way, the brand new WHIO radio tent, and it looks fabulous, with none other than Parker Testa and Ron Otto. And we're going to be there talking up the game. Now, Parker, if you could hop on, I don't know if Ron's available. I just want to give you guys a little bit of warning for tomorrow night, okay?
What kind of warning?
I'm going to have some quizzes for you. We're going to test your football knowledge, both of you, Ron and Parker.
Okay.
I'm going to test your knowledge on trick plays. I'm going to test your knowledge on football movies and mascots.
Oh.
So you've got one night to sharpen up your knowledge.
That's a better idea than I had.
What was your idea?
That we would do 40-yard wind sprints inside the new facility. And I'll go with your idea instead.
No pregame workout?
No, there'll be no pregame workout.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
We're past 2-a-days.
I think the most physical exercise, or the most physical exertion you're going to see from me tomorrow night is maybe throwing a cornhole beanbag. I told Parker the other night, Ron, that I found a $13 set of cornhole boards and beanbags at a Goodwill in almost my show colors. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So
$13.
Yeah, $13. And so they're in the back of my truck. And when I show up tomorrow night, we're gonna put up the cornhole. We're gonna be throwing cornhole. We're gonna be giving stuff away. We're just going to have a great old time, and I will test your football knowledge.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
Cool. So tomorrow night, we're going to be at Fairborn High School. They take on the Tecumseh Arrows. It's the Skyhawks taking on the Arrows. And we'll have all the fun starting just after 5. And, of course, the football game starts at around 7 o'clock. So that's tomorrow night.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, punk.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Since he's doing the story here, we'll just do the top 10. Okay. I'm going to open up with cars into buildings, and then we'll get to you. Okay. Dennis, I won't be riding in the WHIO van. I'll be driving myself. So when the tailgate is over, I can hightail it out of there.
What we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Be of good cheer and call me.
Call me now. Call me. He's laughing at us right on the radio.
Least we could do is get him on the radio and talk to him.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Dayton drivers keep on crashing, colliding into homes and stores. Every week, another thrashing leaves the building feeling sore. Our city streets, complete madness. How did it become this way? I don't get all the confusion between the gas pedal and the brake. This Miami Valley madness is hard to comprehend. Drivers smashing Dayton buildings, such an ugly trend. People, we must take a stand. Look out! Cars out of control. Crashing through the city of Dayton. But the house, not a drive-through. Crashing through the city of Dayton. Put your stupid cell phone down. This ain't the time for a Snapchat. So reckless and wild. Crashing through the city of Dayton. Look out! Crashing through the city of Dayton. Look out! Crashing through the city of Dayton.
You know, maybe I'll just play the whole thing. I don't normally do that. This is about the time I usually cut it off, but my intern Will's here kind of bouncing around to the song. I'll just let it go.
Woke up to a Monte Carlo teetering on my front porch. The driver ran but left his damage. Broken bricks and he shattered my nose. People ramming structures. Is it ever gonna stop? They better stay the heck away from my favorite donut shop. I'm telling you, enough is enough.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Well, we had another car into a building, this time in South Charleston. This happened yesterday, just around 1 o'clock. Saw the pictures today. According to the State Patrol, this was out on a country road, South Charleston Pike near, South Charleston. And a car was trying to pass another vehicle there on that country road and ended up hitting a pickup truck. Losing control, traveling off the road through a yard, and made an abrupt impact on the side of a farmhouse. So, it happened yesterday, and that would be number 72 for the year. And I get this question a lot. How does this year compare to last year? And last year at this time, the last time, let's see, we had on August 23rd, that's just a couple of days from now, we were at 90. So we're at 72. We're doing much better than we did last year. But as I always caution people, there's still time. There's still time. And I mean, we don't want to catch up with these high numbers, but it happens. So there you go. Number 72. And speaking of cars crashing into buildings, I saw this story. This is related. This was up in Cuyahoga County. An Ohio police officer was arrested Wednesday morning for OVI after he crashed into a pizza restaurant. So it doesn't just happen here. It happens everywhere. This happened at a pizza place called Romeo's Pizza in North Olmsted. Cops arrived, found a Volkswagen Jetta that had crashed into the side of the restaurant. The driver was identified as a Cleveland police officer who's been on the force for 9 years. And they helped him get out of the car, noticed his glassy appearance, and his eyes smelled a strong odor of booze. But he refused to take a standard field sobriety test. But anyway, there you go. So it happens everywhere. All right. Oh, look, we got a crash. Go ahead, Ron. We got it.
Yeah, I just want to give you an update on the red alert here. There is a backup on 70 eastbound around Brookville-Phillipsburg Road. It's sort of accordioning up right there. I'm looking at the other cameras up the road, and it looks pretty clear. But that one area, if you're headed eastbound on 70, you're going to bunch up in that area. But hang tough because you will get through there.
All right. So. Thank you very much. All right. So Intern Will is here. Now, if you haven't heard Intern Will reached out to me at the end of last school year, and he said, hey, I want to be a comedy writer when I grow up. Could I work on your show? And I said, certainly. I'd be happy to have you on. I always look for young, bright, and upcoming folks who might be successful, and I can ride on their coattails at some point. I'm thinking way ahead here, Will.
Seems cool to me.
Yeah. It's just the way entertainment business works. So Will, we started doing a feature called Will's Punchline Report, where he would go through a week's worth or so of news stories and try to come up with some punchlines, sort of like SNL's Weekend Update.
Yep.
But Will just started school back last week, and I think he's a little overwhelmed, a little inundated with homework and putting his name on folders and organizing his Trapper Keeper. And do you have a Trapper Keeper? Do you even know what a Trapper Keeper is?
I'm assuming it's an old-timey word for a binder, but...
It's old-timey. I remember back in the day, I had a Trapper Keeper. Yeah, it's an old-timey thing, Will. But anyway, but he told me today, he says he just wasn't feeling confident with the punchline report. However, he did come up with a top 10 list. So get this going as a homage to one of my broadcasting heroes, David Letterman. We've got Will, and he's got a top 10 list. Now, this is very topical. What's the list today, Will?
The list is. Do you want me to give the story behind it or just the name?
Well, you can give the story. Just give us. You got to give it some context. Remember, did you ever watch Dave Letterman?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So he'd say something like, "So such and such is going on, and this is in the news, and blah 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 blah." So tonight here is our top 10 list. The top 10 blah 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 blah.
Okay.
So yeah, you got it. All right. Go.
Cracker Barrel's recent logo change has quite.
Well, you don't have to read it. You should read it ahead of time. You've had that list now for what? 3 or 4 hours, right? Do you
want to read this part right here? The top part?
I'm giving you the information. You don't read it. You just relay it. Here, give it to me. Let me show. I'll show. See, folks, this is a learning experience for Will, because that's what internships should be. They shouldn't just be cleaning out messy closets and cleaning station vehicles. You should be learning something. So this is how you would do it. So you may have heard Ron Otto's newscast that Cracker Barrel has changed their logo. And a lot of people are not happy about this at all. They've taken the old guy that was in the rocking chair and they've kicked him to the curb. And now it's a new whole modern logo, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how you would deliver it. So here are the top 10 ways Cracker Barrel is attempting to become more modern. So that's how you kind of set it up that way. You don't read it. You just kind of relay it. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you read the top 10 list, right? Because that's precise. But you don't have to read the setup. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Here we go.
Number 10. Releasing a line of bacon grease skincare products.
Okay. I like that one. Yeah.
Number 9. Launching a new podcast, The Art of Grits.
That's good. That's good.
Number 8. Customers will now have to watch an unskippable ad before being seated.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 7. A hologram granny will appear at your table and scold you for not finishing your plate.
I like that one. That's good.
Number 6. Starting a TikTok trend, how many biscuits can you stuff down your pants?
I like that one. That would be a good trend. Better than that stiletto thing. Right. All right. Keep going.
Number 5. Opening a new tap room stocked with a variety of gravies.
Ooh, that sounds good. A tap room full of gravies? Lovely.
Number 4. Having the kitchen staff do ASMR live streams.
Okay.
Number 3. Offering menus written entirely in emojis.
Nice.
Number 2. Replacing the rocking chairs with massage chairs.
And the number number 1.
And number 1 is.
No, you got to say the time. And the number 1 way Cracker Barrel is trying to upgrade their whatever.
And the number 1 way Cracker Barrel is attempting to modernize. Servers will now do a Fortnite dance if you tip them.
All right, there you go. All right, well, nice job. Nice job. See, as I've said, this is all just a learning experience. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At your expense. Yeah. Thank you.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
and it was very, very popular for a good number of years. Yeah. So here's a crazy question. Do they still when you get by the way, your mic's hot. When you get your textbooks, do you still cover them?
It's usually give or take. Some teachers force you to cover them.
Yeah.
Some teachers just tell you how much it costs, and that usually gets kids to treat it with a level of respect.
Yeah. See, now you can go and buy book covers. You can get like nylon book covers. They easily go on, right? When I in the old timey days, we used grocery bags. Yeah. And there was a way to fold them, and then you wouldn't even have to tape them. You just do it a certain way and they'd fit perfectly. And that's what it was. And you'd write the subject on the front of the book, and then you'd make notes on it, and there'd be graffiti and all kinds of stuff, but yeah. Yeah. Do they? Yeah. Some things won't die, though. I mean, at some point, maybe they will completely do away with textbooks, and everything will be on an iPad or something.
PhDs still need to make money.
Well, that's true. Well, yeah, but there'll be digital copies, and it'll be cheaper to produce. You won't have to produce the book.
It's so much easier to just pirate a digital copy.
Well, I bet they will build in. They will build in at some point. There'll be a way where you can't do that. I bet they'll figure out a way to keep people from, making copies. I don't know how they do it because I'm not an expert, but everybody's saying good job, Will.
Thank you.
Clinton, I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about a book cover? I hope. Let's see. See how much time we have here. Yeah, they do. I've seen that. There's very high prices for textbook downloads. My wife loves reading on her iPad or her Kindle. I can't. I need the actual book. I just prefer the book, the actual book.
My parents use their textbooks to hold up their bed frame.
Well, look, you paid a lot of money for those books, and you're going to keep them. You might as well put them to use. That's hysterical. How many books are we talking? Like,
it's 4, but they're thick.
wow. Must be high off the ground.
Air Plumbing Studios. Breathe easy. Choose McAfee.
Call today or visit mcair.com.
WHIO FM Pleasant Hill. WHIO Dayton, Ohio. The birthplace of aviation.
We'll have more cool days, but what about the rain? Well, the latest at 6 now. Back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Welcome back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Another idiot with a gun.
Me with a gun. I mean, that's really scary.
Why don't you just give me the gun, all right?
An idiot with a gun? What was that business with a gun?
A naked guy with a gun?
Why can't you just pick up the stupid gun and wave it around?
Hate to shatter your ego, but this ain't the first time I've had a gun pointed at me.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Well, I've got a trifecta of stories here. Idiots with a gun, and I got one that has to do with TikTok. I got one that has to do with loud music, and I have got one that has to do with, well, just a crazy old woman. I think we'll go with the TikTok one. So this happened in Texas. Frisco, Texas. He's facing felony charges after firing a gun at a group of teenagers who attempted a TikTok-inspired ding-dong ditch prank. We used to do that as a kid. You'd go up, you'd ring somebody's doorbell, and you go run, hide behind the bushes. I mean, it was annoying to the people at the house, but there was never any real harm to that, right? Well, times have changed. And people are easily triggered and just looking to pull the trigger in some instances. This 58-year-old guy was arrested for the incident. He called 911 just before 11 that night, telling dispatchers that he had shot at someone who tried to kick in his door. But officers responded to the scene, say the man left his residence, walked into the street, and fired multiple rounds at a car that he believed was involved. Later that night, officers responded to a vehicle that had been shot at. At first, the two passengers said they were shot on a different street, but then where the man lived, but eventually admitted that they were doing the ding-dong ditch, took off in their car, and the guy started shooting as they drove down the street. And they found 3 bullet holes in the vehicle. Man, oh man, all because of ding-dong ditch. And that's not the first time we've had a story like that on the show. I mean, it happened, I think, in Pennsylvania or New York maybe a year or so ago. Kids just screwing around, ringing doorbells and ditching. And then in that case, somebody, I believe, was shot and killed.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, folks.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
on WHIO.
This traffic report is sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Is your car's AC acting up? Keep cool this summer by visiting your trusted automotive air conditioning repair experts. Breathe a little easier by making an appointment today at GrismerTire.com.
Most of our freeway system running at posted speeds. Eastbound 70, the accident we had there earlier, has been cleared. Northbound 75 through the downtown Dayton area, now running at posted speeds. No accidents there. Just a bit of a slowdown continuing. Westbound 35 between Fairfield and 675 with occasional stoppage of traffic. Extra caution in that area. I'm Will Harris, WHIO Triple Team Traffic.
Our next scheduled news in less than 15 minutes and immediately when it breaks. I'm Ron Otto, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO. Dayton's news and talk depend on it.
If anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
I believe it's about that time.
Turn the radio on, Liz. This is my friend, Todd.
He makes me laugh.
From Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, super!
What a crackpot.
Would you please just listen?
Really fun, and it's free. Oh boy, this is great.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Been swerving so hard, it's stressing my car. On the road at every turn, oh my God, it's another one. I'm taking a beating, this road just knocks me around. My tires are reeling, my axle's gonna break down. It's all out of control, potholes that gonna rattle my soul. Good grief, my coffee just spilled all over me. Jack, get back, think my back window cracked. I've lost control, too many damn potholes.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. So I saw this story the other day, and I thought this is a great idea because, you know, it's not really, it's not technically what I would call pothole season. Pothole season is really, in my mind, sort of coming out of winter into spring, where you've got freezing temperatures one day or 1 week, and then the next week it's warm, and it causes instability on the pavement, and that's how you end up with potholes. And I believe that, you know, that's a problem all over the place. But some areas of the Miami Valley have it worse than others. And we always talk about this on the show because we do. And if you're new to the show, it doesn't come up very often, but it does during that time of the year. We have something called the Pothole Patrol. The Evening Edge Pothole Patrol. And the idea is that if you're out and about driving around and you encounter a huge pothole somewhere, on a major road. I mean, if it's on your street in your neighborhood, we don't care. You just need to pay attention to it. Maybe tell your neighbors, but that's on you. But if you see something like out on Wilmington or Smithville or Linden or 48 or whatever, you call the show. And you're like, hey, Todd, I have to report a pothole because I almost lost an axle and I don't want anybody else to lose an axle. You're helping your fellow edgeheads out. But I saw this story and I thought this is a great idea. And I wonder if this has ever been pondered here in our area. So the city of Cincinnati, they have partnered with a company called Flywheel Innovation Labs. and they are offering a $5,000 reward for the best innovative solution to tackle Cincinnati's pothole problem. Now, I would love to know, in Montgomery County, city of Dayton, surrounding areas, how many potholes are filled in every year? You might think, well, who's going to keep track of that? But in fact, I guess they do, at least in Cincinnati. According to the city of Cincinnati, last winter, they filled 42,900 potholes. And I'm sure, obviously, all varying from different sizes, right? Some from maybe the size of a cantaloupe, maybe to some the size of a beach ball or a Volkswagen. But they've come up with this Shark Tank style competition. And this is the quote. Its aim is the reimagining the current process of addressing potholes. Now, I thought the whole way of addressing potholes was you just send out a crew with one of them big, dump trucks full of tar. And they just look for the holes, then they fill it, they pat it down, they move on to the next one. This initiative is seeking to reduce wasted effort. I love that. Well, because here's the thing is, how many times are potholes refilled over and over and over and over again? And the reality is, and I'm no structural engineer. I don't know what it takes to put down a road, but I do know that, when you put down the road, whatever's underneath it is ultimately what's going to dictate whether the road maintains, right? If you've got an area of a ground where you're putting down the street or putting down pavement or whatever, if there's a weakness under a particular area, that's what's going to cause the problem. Because if it starts to give way and trucks especially drive over it, it's going to weaken the pavement, and that's what ultimately, generally, causes potholes. But the competition focuses on 3 areas: data intelligence for identifying potholes. Now, see, this is where I feel like here on the Evening Edge, we were way ahead of the curve. I bet that that there's no other show anywhere that does a pothole patrol. I can almost guarantee you it just doesn't exist. Now, somebody might call a traffic center somewhere and say, hey, there's a giant pothole here. But we do it right here on the show. Also, communication about which potholes are being fixed. Now, see, that's a big thing too. Because if you don't know that the potholes, are they even on their radar? Are the potholes even on the city's radar? I mean, they can't be everywhere. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of miles of roads just in the city of Dayton and the surrounding areas. They can't be everywhere. So they need people to report it. And there should be, there should be? There should be each municipality on their Facebook page. They should encourage people to take photos of the potholes and post them online with the address or the location of these potholes. And that way there's a timestamp on it. You'll see exactly when it was posted. And then the city can address it. They can say, oh, here it is. There's a picture of it. We'll head out there. Where I live in Riverside, there is one particular street that sort of connects my neighborhood with another neighborhood, and that neighborhood's a little bit older. in this particular road, and I've talked about this particular road, before they filled in the potholes earlier this spring, there were no less than 25 potholes. 25 potholes. And I'm telling you that this road was not even 100 yards long. It was Cratersville. And finally, they did it, but they didn't get them all. I don't know if they ran out of tar, ran out of time, or ran out of patience. I have no clue. But it has helped. It has helped. You don't have to do as much bobbing and weaving as you're driving down the road. But so anyway, I just thought that was interesting. The city of Cincinnati, $5,000 reward for the best innovative solution to tackle potholes. Currently, they say that paving costs the city $600,000 per lane for every mile. That is insane. That's insane. No wonder there's potholes. Let's see, we got Greg in Springfield. Hey, Greg.
Hey, Todd.
How you doing,
How
man?
you doing?
I'm well.
All right.
Oh, Jinx.
First, I want to thank you for the overdose thing you did on the radio the other day.
Sure. Yeah, a week or two ago, I was down at Levitt Pavilion. Yeah, I'm happy to do it.
I lost my son when he was 27 because
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, but it's a good cause to go out to and make people aware of what's happening.
It is. I've been sober for 30 years too, and I belong to AA, and there's a lot of good programs that are free in AA,
Sure.
AA and all that stuff. But anyway, on the potholes, I've been a construction worker for 50 years.
Okay.
And there's a couple ways that cause them. When they put the last layer on a blacktop, they have to put some tar down, and that makes it adhesive.
Right. Right.
If they don't do that properly, if dirt or something gets in between it, it'll pop. And because it's not stuck to the layer underneath.
Right.
And
right.
then you know all those little black streaks up and down the highway where they come by and seal them.
Yeah.
That's called striking. It's they take a pot with molten tar and then they stick this little squirt gun.
Yeah.
What they do that for is because when it rains, water gets underneath the tar or underneath the blacktop, and then when it freezes, it pops it out because it expands and just pops it out.
So that's what it is. It's
That's
not just the cold and then suddenly the warm. It's the water underneath it that causes it.
Like ice expands.
Yeah.
And it just pops it out like a hydraulic jack.
Wow. My gosh. I remember seeing a story a year or so ago where, Rod Stewart, the rock star Rod Stewart.
Yeah. Every picture tells a story, baby.
That's right. He made international news because on his street where he lives I'm sure the very ritzy part of wherever he lives.
Yeah.
He was tired of his Lamborghini bottoming out because of a pothole. And he got a couple of his neighbor buddies, and they went out and they bought all the tools that they needed, and they started filling the potholes themselves, and they got reprimanded for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he's doing pretty good. He went from grave digger to Lamborghini driver.
There you go. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, Greg, I appreciate your call, buddy. Thanks for calling. Have a good night. That line's open 937-457-1290.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Now from the WHIO News Center, the three big things you need to know. Hurricane Aaron turns out to sea after skirting the East Coast this week. President Trump says he'll be patrolling the streets of Washington, D.C. with National Guardsmen tonight. And a man accused of throwing a sex toy at a WNBA game in New York is from Dayton. Full details on these stories and more next scheduled newscast coming up at 6.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw this sex toy out onto the basketball court. That seems like a good idea. And I always immediately go to the story also said he has 6 kids. Hey, Dad, do you remember that time? Wow.
Something to talk about at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. That's going to be the opening story of his at his funeral. You might remember the story back from 2025 when so-and-so was, Well, Leslie, I'm assuming it was his. I don't mean to make assumptions, but I'm making an assumption.
A crash in Kansas kills an Ohio man. We'll have latest at 6:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
And now for our devoted listeners, back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Cincinnati is offering a $5,000 reward for the person who comes up with the best innovative way to deal with their pothole situation. And I'm curious if anybody in Montgomery County or our surrounding areas here in Dayton have ever considered something like that, because it does seem like every year we are constantly filling thousands and thousands of potholes, but I guess that's what you get for living in the Midwest. Amy in Lima. Hey, Amy.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. So what's on your mind?
Okay, so I have a pothole story. I was driving on Metcalf Street here in town.
Okay.
And I was on my way to work, and it was early morning, whatever, and I hit a pothole so hard that it knocked the alignment of my door off.
Of your door?
It was awful, yes. I was driving a car that was lower to the ground, so I'm sure that didn't help, but it sucked my car into it.
Well, you know, it's funny you mentioned this because about a year ago, I bought a Honda Passport, which is a big, 4x4 or a four-wheel drive vehicle, SUV. That's what I'm trying to get to. Prior to that, I drove a Kia Forte 5 Turbo, and it had low-profile tires. And I will tell you 100%, one of the reasons that I went from that kind of car, other than the fact that the engine blew, but the reason I went from that kind of car to an SUV is because every time I hit a pothole, it sounded like the car was cracking in two. And the fact was,
I definitely felt like my car split in half.
And the fact was, it was happening all the time because you can't miss every pothole. It's impossible, right? So I was like, enough of this. I need a vehicle that can handle the snow and can handle the potholes here in Dayton. And that's what I did. Yeah. All right, Amy, thanks for calling. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. All right, see ya.
What am I listening to now?
What is this? The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Do-do. Did you hear that story? Did you hear the story? Yeah. That's just funny. Dennis, I love your line. That is a great line. You're not using it. I'll just take it to the game. Will, my intern, is sitting in here blushing at all of these comments. Really more at me repeating the comments, but what are you going to do? Let's see. Hey, can I chat with you? Do you mind? Okay.
Wrong button. Sorry.
Oh.
Lady thought that commercial for the phrase was a giveaway.
Oh. Oh, crap. I just remembered I have to do something tomorrow. I got to take tickets over to the phrase.
Everybody, could I have your attention, please?
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Now, hold on, dummy. Just you listen to me.
Now, listen to me carefully. You boys got something to say to me? Why don't you talk into the microphone?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Cincinnati has come up with this innovative idea. They are starting this sort of Shark Tank style competition. They've teamed up with a group down there to try to come up with the best way to tackle their pothole problem. Last winter, they filled like over, 45,000, something like that, potholes. Just during the winter. We have our fair share of potholes for sure. And some people have had some pothole stories. We all have those pothole stories. Let's see. I have one. I years ago, I blew out a tire on a pothole. John and Dayton, what's up, John?
Hi, Todd.
Hey.
I think the Evening Edge should cash in on this. Years ago, a group of students developed this thing called the thump pad.
The thump pad?
Yes, and you can Google it and read all about it. But what you do, it absorbs the shock of a car going through a pothole, and anyone can install it. You could carry some in your trunk, and when you see the pothole, you could just get out and lay it in there, and it would last the season. I don't think it's a permanent fix, but it's
wow.
Yeah. So it was developed over at the University of Dayton, and I think you want to Google it and find out about it and maybe cash in on it for the Evening Edge.
Yeah, maybe some branded thump pads.
It's called the Thump Pad.
All
so
right.
You can read about it.
All right. Thanks, John. I appreciate it. Yeah. Who knew? Who knew such a thing existed? Parker, can you hop on for a minute?
What's up, Todd?
So the other day I saw a post on your Facebook page.
Uh-oh.
No, it was a good thing. It was a good thing.
Okay.
And I thought, boy, that's a nice haircut.
Oh, thank you very much.
And then I saw you in the hallway, and I asked you about your haircut and where you got your haircut, and you told me. Go ahead, and you can say where you got your haircut.
It's Square One downtown.
And that very day, just by chance, I came across a survey about men getting haircuts.
Okay.
And I've been waiting for the right time to spring this on you.
Okay.
It says that 21% of men out of a survey of 2,000 feel nervous about asking their stylist or barber for a new hairstyle. Now, my question is, I remember when you started, when you came to WHIO.
Yes.
And I would never, ever, ever, ever comment on someone's hairstyle.
Uh-huh.
This is such a vast improvement.
Think so. You didn't like my long hair that I had when I started here?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Not particularly. But my question is, did you have a conversation like that when you went to get your haircut? Did you say, hey, I have no idea, just,
Well, my rule of thumb with haircuts was always I'll get it cut and then I'll let it grow until I get sick of it. Right.
Right. Yeah.
Well, with being high school football season now, I'll be
that's true.
Going on Channel 7 on
That's
Friday
right.
nights.
You're going to be on TV.
Every week. So I wanted to keep the same kind of look going on. So I quit going longer on haircuts, and now I go probably every 6 weeks or so. So
really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Because I usually go probably once every, probably about the same. I'm a little late this year, or this particular time.
Yeah.
It's getting a little long in the back. And my wife was like, you're getting a little long there. But I've got a buddy of mine who goes every 3 weeks because he wants his hair to pretty much maintain the same length.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it to go long. He wants the same look as much as possible.
Right.
And he's not a TV guy. He's just very vain.
Yeah.
But you people expect a certain look from you, or it's just like anybody else on TV. You can't go all crazy and shaggy.
Right.
Interesting. Have you ever considered another type of hair? Not that I'm not suggesting you should. I'm just curious if you've ever, because I've gone through periods in my life where I have tried different things.
Right.
Right. Like back in the probably early 2000s, I used to have blonde highlights.
Okay.
That was very, very popular.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, like on a dime, it was not popular.
Right.
I mean, it changed like that.
Yeah.
Right. I remember back in school, I had a mullet.
My hair when I started here was almost to the mullet point.
Yeah.
It was real long and kind of looked like that. Yeah.
Right. Well, and speaking of long hair, and I'm sure he doesn't mind us talking without him being here, but Dalton, one of our producers,
Mm-hmm.
He was working with me this past Saturday out at the Croc Center with the Salvation Army. We had an event, and Saturday was very, very warm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was low 90s. And we were outside, and he had to set up a tent, and he had to, bring all this equipment and make all these trips and he had long hair. I mean, it was like It was long.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. And I saw that he got it, most of it chopped off.
Yes.
And then I started wondering if he did it not because I said something. I didn't say anything like, like, hey, your hair's all long. It wasn't that. It was like, man, you must be burning up, because when it gets really hot, having long hair is the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he got it chopped off. So, well, it looks good.
So are you thinking of doing a new hairstyle or?
No, I'm pretty much, I got to get the back cut, but
Okay.
I think people kind of like, I'm not on TV like on TV.
Right.
I am during the Orange Zone. I do that goofy trivia thing, but
Yeah.
but every night I'm on the live stream and I'm on TikTok. I have the swoop thing going.
Right.
And I've always had sort of that, that part. And that's been my hair for a very long time. And I seem to be okay with it. There are times when I feel like I could pull something else off. But Mary's like, just get a cut.
See, that's the nice thing now. I don't have anybody to run by or run my hair style by.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I can do what I want.
One thing I have been doing that it drives me absolutely nuts.
Okay.
Is that, so, I have a beard from time to time, and sometimes I do some TV stuff and I shave it because I don't want to have a beard for that. So I'm growing it back now. But because I'm going to be 56 here in a week or so, not that age has anything to do with it, but I'm just, my beard around my face and chin is gray. It's white, right? My hair doesn't really match that completely.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate that. I hate it. So I have actually started trying to gray my hair more.
Oh.
My wife got me this rinse that will gray your hair, that will give you
just a subtle kind of gray look.
Yeah. She likes she has this George Clooney fantasy of being being the silver fox. And I'm like, it's more like the silver hedgehog or something. I don't know.
Well, it doesn't look bad. I can see the little hints of gray in there. Looks good.
Yeah. I've got this really light area right on the front that I'd love it if it was just like white. I think it would be a great signature look.
Just that one spot?
Just a little spot. Yeah. Just like this little really white, like one of those albino squirrels you see running around.
Yeah.
Like a little tail, like a little thing.
Right.
I think that would be a good look. All right. 937-457-1290. We have a jerk alert.
Jerk alert. Okay, who's the jerk?
He's just being a jerk.
Oh, shut up, jerk.
Great big jerk. He's content to be a jerk. Big jerk.
Jerk.
Well, this jerk story comes from Florida. An Ocala, Florida man was arrested after cops say he intentionally turned his sprinklers on to spray a group of special needs children getting on and off their school bus. So this guy, wherever he lives, he wasn't real happy with the fact that there was a bus stop in front of his house. And I will say this, in the story, it does say that part of his driveway was being used for a kind of a ramp, like one of these school buses that would put down a ramp so a child in a wheelchair could roll up the ramp and get on the bus. It just so happened that this was in front of his house. Now, I bring this up because years and years ago, I remember it was my son's first day of school. And he was in, I think it was first grade. And we go to where the bus stop is down at the end of our house, and it's in a driveway. And we're standing there, and we get there early, and some woman comes out of her house and she's like, "Excuse me." And I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, "What are you doing in my driveway?" I'm like, "Well, this is the school bus stop." "Well, see about that." So after everybody else showed up at the same spot, because that's where we were supposed to stand, the next day or day after, we all got a notification that the bus stop had been moved. But what's funny is that same driveway was the driveway that I stood at for years when I was in school, and nobody cared then. People are very persnickety now. But this 61-year-old guy, cops say, used security cameras to track the school bus's travel or arrival, and then manually turned on his sprinklers for more than a year to spray the kids when they were getting on and off the bus. Yeah. I'm surprised it went on for that long. And there were parents who knew about this and tried to block the water from getting on their kids. But I'm surprised that it went on for that long. And why wouldn't you just, and maybe he did, it didn't say this in the story, but why didn't you just call the school and complain and say, hey, can you move the bus stop somewhere else? I don't want these kids in my yard. Yeah, that's crazy. But now he's facing several charges, including stalking and battering on disabled students. So there you go. That's what you get for playing Mr. Sprinkler Nazi.
What am I listening to now?
What is this? The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, punk.
T-O. Double D.
H. Oh. Double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Ron, on the live stream, how about coming up with an edge head hairdo? That's a little, look, we can't turn everything into an edge head, fill in the blank. Yeah.
Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn. What a great idea. I love that. My grandma used to do that. My grandma Fryman, she ran a farm for decades, and she didn't have that many sheep, but she probably had 20 or 30 sheep at one time. And she would put the gate up on her driveway, which was all gravel, and it was all enclosed. The way she had it, it was all enclosed, and she'd let the sheep loose, and they just go around and they just eat grass, and she had trouble with them getting into the flowers and but that was, I just remember driving up to her house and seeing the sheep just everywhere. Oh, I had a story last night. This reminded me. There's a couple of pharmaceutical companies who are investigating an Ozempic style injection for fat dogs. Yeah. And the story I had said that it's estimated that over 60% of the dogs in America are obese. Do you have dogs?
A dog.
A dog? Yeah. What's its name?
Bo.
Bo? What kind?
She's a wire-haired pointer.
Oh, wow. We have a multi-poo and a, what does she call it? She's part Bichon and Shih Tzu. I joke and I call her a Bichon, but I forget. Shishon, I think is what they call it, a Shishon. It's so funny. Well, Luna, all she wants to do is be held and fed. That's it. She has no interest in toys. She has no interest in running. She has no interest she just wants her belly rubs. We think, honestly, we love them, obviously, but we kind of feel like there might be something wrong with her. We don't know, but she's on the dog chart or the spectrum. There's something. She's just not normal. Like the other dog, Lily is 100% dog. She's
Heating, Air, Plumbing Studios. Breathe easy. Choose McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. WHIO FM Pleasant Hill. WHIO Dayton, Ohio. The birthplace of aviation.
We'll have more cool days, but what about the rain? Well, the latest at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Look, fellas, I got to say, I love the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
You like football? Guys ready for the big game? Friday night. He's getting psyched up for a big game. Let's really try to win this one, hey, boys? Everywhere I turn, football. I like football. Let's talk football.
Well, tomorrow night is the night kickoff of high school football coverage here on WHIO Radio. And we are kicking things off with Todd's Tailgate Party. We're going to be out somewhere every Friday night doing the show live. And tomorrow night, we will be out at Fairborn High School as the Fairborn Skyhawks take on the Tecumseh Arrows. I'll be there with Parker Testa, Ron Otto. They're going to be calling the games, and I'll be testing their football trivia and knowledge, and just filling 2 hours full of football tailgate fun. So it's going to be a good time. On Friday nights here in the Miami Valley, and really anywhere in the Midwest, but especially here in southwestern Ohio, Friday night is all about high school football and just that whole atmosphere, and it's just party time. Let's have fun. So we'll be doing that tomorrow night. It's the kickoff, pun intended. So we'll see you out there at Fairborn High School here on the Evening Edge.
That's it. We're done. It's over already?
Yeah, should have been here sooner. Game over.
Sorry, guys. I got to run, but there will be another show. When?
Actually, I'll be back tomorrow. Same crap, different day.
At least he's consistent.
Good night, everybody.
All right, everybody. Have a great night. If you're in Fairborn, I think somebody asked, you are more than welcome to come out. I'm going to be outside of the stadium, so you certainly don't have to pay to get into the game. I don't know what the parking situation is. I don't know if they charge for parking or if parking is free. But either way,
I guess you can come by if you want. But I was going to say something else, and I don't remember what it was. What was I going to say? It had to do with the I don't remember. It doesn't matter. The show will not be streamed. We're not doing the stream. So like all my other live shows, I don't stream them. So sorry, but I'll see you on Monday. Okay.